सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back home. I'm back home, specifically in my room. Specifically back home, not only physically, but also sort of at home base. Man, so much stuff has happened. So many things have I had to process since Mayapur, since being in Mayapur. In case anyone's listening this week and hadn't heard the last couple of weeks, I've been in Mayapur and in India, experiencing all kinds of stuff. And I've had time to reflect. My flight got canceled, and because of the snowstorms here, so I had a connecting flight in Dubai, and while in Dubai, they said the flights were canceled. So I had 2 days in Dubai, which was really interesting. It was a very, very interesting time in Dubai, and because of this amazing time that I had in Dubai, internally, Dubai became a wonderful place. And Dubai was the last place on earth I ever wanted to go. I thought it was just, kind of like the Las Vegas of Saudi Arabia. But that's besides the point. Actually, that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I really wanted to talk about where I'm at right now. And how these last weeks in Mayapur, where I was so baffled and just like kind of dazed. All my guards were up, listening to all these different people, feeling all this other kind of energy, just craziness, just little craziness. It's rare that I am at a loss for words. That's a rarity for me, and I have to say this time, I really was at a loss for words. I couldn't process. I'm usually very fast in processing things. I just couldn't process everything that was going on this time around. There were, hundreds of stories from, personal stories from devotees and listening to different, different mats and people's opinions and I can't even describe how confusing that was for me. And I don't mean just like logically, I just mean sort of like energetically. It was very confusing. So in hindsight now, I'm really happy that happened. It was a while. I kind of in the last, in hindsight, watching now and kind of reflecting on the last few months, how my all the questions that I had, all those little blind spots I had in my bhakti practice and beliefs and faith, how slowly it kind of got chiseled into questioning so much that I questioned myself into like I questioned the floor out from underneath me. I don't know if you understand that, but and the thing is that when I have so many questions like that and they can't be answered, then it's up to my imagination, which sometimes is great, but sometimes really not a great thing, and a lot of speculation. So what I'm getting to the point is this. Sometimes exploring is a really good thing, and listening to other gurus, other disciplic successions, other everyone has, I would say either every religion, or they all have their good things, and getting the essence of all of them is fully fine. However, if I want to hone in, for me, what I realized through all of this is that if I want to practice Bhakti yoga, if I want to be a Vaishnav, then I have to be willing to want to have faith. Now, I'm saying that specifically just like that. I have to be willing to want to have faith. When I surrendered to a 12-step program, it was really easy. It was super easy for me. It was easy for me because it was the principles of a program. It was easy because it was a group of people. It was easy because it wasn't one person, like it is in this like guru-disciple sort of thing. And also, it was life or death for me. So I had no problem having faith that the program worked, because there were millions of recovering alcoholics and addicts that I have seen and heard and been to meetings, and the faith was very tangible. And you can feel it in the rooms, and it's a very simple thing. So taking that kind of simplicity, that simple surrender and faith, surrender in the first step and faith in the second, when we talk about the first step, where we, we admit we're powerless over our addictions and associated behaviors, and our lives had become unmanageable. And in the second, that we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, that Krishna can restore us to sanity. That's faith. That's faith. So those two steps were pretty damn easy for me coming into the program. Coming into Bhakti was a little more difficult, because there's so many things that were, estranged to me. Things like, guru-disciple relationship, or, how that works, and having complete faith and watching all these gurus fall, and the institutionalized version of Bhakti, and all of that stuff. So what I'm getting at is this. I made a commitment for the next 90 days to just listen to my Guru Maharaj, who I was doubting. I wasn't doubting him. I was doubting my faith. I've been doubting my faith in that specific area of being a Vaishnav. And so what I'm doing is 90 lectures in 90 days, and just of Radhanath Swami, because I am aspiring for Radhanath Swami. And to really simplify my sadhana. I've been doing so much service. And I'm not saying that because, oh, wow, I'm doing so much. No, I have been neglecting myself. Let's put it that way. I've been neglecting my own sadhana. And I really need to seriously decide on one thing right now and just go for that and see how that feels for the next 90 days. In the meetings we say 90 and 90. Well, I'm going to do that with the Bhakti right now. I'm going to do 90 and 90 of all the suggestions of being a Vaishnav. And I'm going to do it really paka, which means very well, very strictly. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to pick a few things that I'm going to do on a daily basis and stick with them for 90. So every Monday I'll also check in with you guys, which is really good for me. Because what I've noticed is this. Sometimes I am too sneaky for my own good. My mind will take me 1,000 places. I could process things 1,000,000 miles an hour. But unless I decide on one thing and concentrate on that, I'm going to be all over the place. And me being all over the place trying to serve you, that's not a good idea. I want to be as spiritually fit as I possibly can so that I can keep doing service. Does that make sense? Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Thanks again for tuning in, and thanks for listening. And, you're really helping me. I know this sounds weird, but it really does. It helps me to have these things every Monday, It helps me to reflect. And I really hope that some of my reflections can help, can cause you guys to reflect on your own stuff and help you on your spiritual path. Anyway, I am going to go to bed now. It's a short one, but I hope to see you guys next week, God willing. And Thursdays, this coming Thursday will be the interviews. So, Haribol, everybody. Haribol. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.